LambdaGeneration.
Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of All Things Lambda. My name is Mitch and I would love to throw you into the world of HalfLife for a moment. So let's go. He's purple, small, and a fiery boy. It's Spyro the dragon and he is in HalfLife. The modder Magic Nipples has decided it was a great idea to put Spyro in the game in light of the recent remasters being developed over at Activision. In this gameplay video, Magic Nipples shows you around the office complex chapter, which has been modified slightly to make it more third-person friendly. Spyro comes with his signature features too, like burning scientists with his fiery breath, collecting gems to pay for health, and gliding to get to places much easier. The HUD has also been inserted to complete the look. A demo for this mod will be released this October and will include the office complex chapter you can see playing in the background. This video can be found on Magic Nipples' YouTube channel. Hey, we got Black Mesa back in the news with a new post on their Steam page talking about the process of developing the Badlands for Zen for the #Blocktober movement currently going on social media. In this post, they describe the development of the first Zen map they showed off, and it looks quite interesting. You'll be reading about how they first laid out the map until the art passes and the difficulties they had on the way. It's really interesting to see how the map has evolved from its first conceptualization. This post can be read in detail on the Steam page. Prepare to die a lot because Quake Trilogy is now on Steam for you to play. And it's going to be the reason why you're gonna need to buy a new keyboard. The developer, Philip Lehner, said on Twitter that the mod has already reached over 1,400 activations, which translates to about 430 actual downloads, in its first 48 hours. Quake Trilogy can be downloaded for free on its dedicated Steam page. HalfLife in 2D. Who doesn't want that, to be honest? Game developer Jim Lessels is making this dream come true with a full remake of HalfLife in 2D, with a blocky look. Hence the name, Black Mesa. There is now a webpage available on itch.io for you to check out. It has 2 screenshots on it and a short synopsis of the story. However, this synopsis has been taken directly from the original HalfLife itself. The game certainly looks interesting to play, and I'm really curious about how it plays when it comes out, which it's expected to do at the 8th of November this year. Entropy Zero has turned 1 yesterday, and Breadman, a LambdaGeneration contributor, has uploaded a fun Q&A session on his channel, and he gave us some cool exclusive footage from Entropy Zero 2 to show in this week's episode. It's worth noting though that development of EZ2 has been paused for the time being. The exclusive footage mainly shows some enemies and vehicles and how they function. It also shows off the first chapter of EZ2 called Ashes. Now, I'm not going to show you the entire conversation because that would make this episode longer than it needs to be, but basically our main character is asked to go back to Sector 10 to detonate the Quentinode core, but there are things in the way. Breadman's Q&A can be watched by following the link in the description. Congrats to Breadman for his mod's first anniversary. So while Entropy Zero is celebrating its first birthday, Zombie Panic Source is celebrating its 10th. And what did the developers do? Well, celebrate with an update. Zombie Panic Source was released in 2007 first as a Half-Life 2 mod on ModDB, but has later moved to Steam in 2008 via Steamworks, which was newly introduced at the time. So what did they update on this glorious day then? Well, they added the tennis racket and the broom to the roster of melee weapons. They also improved the biotech map to give it a more corporate and high-tech look. The overhaul also includes new props and particle effects. New textures and lighting improvements are also here to improve the map even further. There are way more improvements listed on the ModDB page. Congratulations to the ZPS team for reaching the 10-year mark. We aren't done with the anniversaries yet actually, because Half-Life 2 Episode 2 turned 11 yesterday. So that means we have spent about 11 years now without a conclusion from Valve. Well, I guess we'll just keep waiting then. And with that, I would like to end this episode of All Things Lambda. Like what we do? Follow us on social media. That's at LambdaGen on Twitter and LambdaGeneration on Facebook and Tumblr. Mail us your stuff at mail@LambdaGeneration.com and join our dedicated Discord server to talk about how amazing Gunship's new album is. I mean, seriously, have you heard it? It's great. Did you get attached to me? Well, lucky for you, I got social media too. My Twitter is @FarLumi, and I got my own YouTube channel called Glorious Rigby. Go and watch more of my content on there. Don't forget to subscribe and to zap the bell icon to never miss another All Things Lambda. Salutations. The developer, Philip Lehner, said on Twitter that the mod has already reached over 1,400 activations, which translates to about 400... I'm not good with numbers.